Welcome to this Developer Corner video about on-demand assessments via digital properties. If you need to run an assessment and your Sitemorse service level allows you to do this, you can run the assessment from your digital properties. From digital properties, click on the plus icon next to the On Demand tab. So let's start by performing a single page assessment. Enter the page link into the address box. Leave the number of pages at 1 and click the Run Assessment button. In a few seconds, your report appears for the single page test. Sometimes if the page is very slow or there are a lot of links to check on the page, it might take longer than a few seconds. If so, we will show you a message instead and send an email to you when the report is ready with a link to the report. Now let's try a PDF. Enter the page link to the PDF. Leave the number of pages at 1, but this time take the PDF box. Click the Run Assessment button. After a few seconds, your single PDF report appears. Now let's try a larger assessment. Enter the link of the start page into the address box and select a number of pages. In this example, let's select 50. Click the Run Assessment button. Of course, this will take a lot longer than just a few seconds to check all those pages, so there's a message to say you will receive an email when the assessment is complete. After a few minutes, the email you will receive will look a little bit like this, with a link to the report. Whilst we are on this screen, let's talk about assessing just part of your site. Say, for example, we just want to test the events section of the British Library site. Enter the link to the events page in the address box, but make sure there is a trailing slash. The report will use this link as the start page, and the trailing slash indicates a directory, so we won't include pages outside this link in the report. It's a great way to test just part of a site. If you find you cannot enter more than one page, it might be your Sitemorse service does not include this feature. If so, contact us and we'll let you know if this is the case. When we perform an assessment, we follow all the links from the start page, then all the links from those pages, and so on until we have the number of pages requested. What if you don't want us to follow links, but you have a specific set of pages you want to include in a single report? This is what the Entry Exit Pages tab is for. Click on the tab. Enter a list of page links. Enter an optional label for this report. Decide if you want each page link to be a separate single page assessment or if you want them combined into a single report. For this example, let's combine them. Click the Run Assessments button. When your report is ready, you will receive an email with a link. Pasting a few page links into a dialog box is one thing. But what if you have lots of page links in a file? For this, use the List of URLs tab. Click on the tab. The file we are going to use is a simple text file with a URL on each line. There are only a few links in this example file, but it can contain up to 200 links. Select the file to upload and provide an optional label. Again, we're going to combine these into one single report and click the Upload and Verify URLs. Examine the URLs and uncheck any you don't want to test. Then click the Assess Selected URLs button. Once the assessment is complete, a link to the report is emailed to you. Finally, you can test HTML source code. Click on the HTML source code tab. You can either upload the HTML from a file or paste it into the dialog box. First, decide if you want to use one of your existing site configurations in this test. If you don't want to use one, or you don't know what a site configuration is, then just leave this as Use Default Configuration. In this example, I will paste the HTML into the dialog box. Click the Assess HTML Source Code button. As this is, in effect, a single-page test, your results are presented to you after a few seconds. I hope you found this Developer Corner video about on-demand assessments via digital properties interesting and useful.